Hi everybody, this is Diana. I'm coming here from Samuel P. Taylor Park in beautiful Redwoods in Northern California, and I want to lead you through some tapping. So today I want to tap about limiting beliefs and feeling stuck, and I just thought this is a great place to ground and to release some old stuff that isn't serving me. So if you'd like to borrow some benefits, please get your tap on with me. So, okay, here we go. Even though I have these limiting beliefs and old patterns that I feel are keeping me stuck, I accept who I am and how I feel. Even though I have limiting beliefs and old patterns that I would love to see show up differently, I accept who I am and how I feel. Even though I have stuck patterns and old limiting beliefs that bring up a lot of emotion, I accept who I am and how I feel. So let me go back. I like to always get a set point where I'm at to begin with, and today's feeling pretty magical to me, so I'm not feeling too limited, but for the sake of this video, this past week, even last night, I was kind of a mess, and I was at like lots of tears, a beautiful mess, but a lot of releasing needed to be done, and I would say at that point, ooh, I can even feel it here when I tap back in. Yeah, that was like total 10, just really, really difficult to be in my skin and just feeling like I needed some support and some shifting beyond what I could necessarily offer to myself, although the crying and the releasing was beautiful, and it did really help. I encourage any of you that are able to access that in a quiet, safe, private space, if that shows up for you, to do it. It's really lovely to cleanse. You know, we have different ways of eliminating, and tears are definitely a good way to get in. Okay, so we'll go from that space of a 10. Limiting beliefs, limiting beliefs, limiting beliefs, releasing limiting beliefs and old stuck patterns. I have all these old limiting beliefs. They're not serving me anymore, and I'm ready to let them go. They did serve me at some point, and I thank myself for using these beautiful strategies. Letting go of limiting beliefs. I no longer need to have things show up the same way. I can release these limiting beliefs. I can release these old stuck patterns. I release these limiting beliefs and old stuck patterns now. I release the underlying emotion and anger that comes up for me around them. I release these limiting beliefs. These limiting beliefs can feel so scary and so difficult. I release the need to have to be perfect. I release these limiting beliefs. I am perfect, just as I am. Well, I kind of cheated because I wasn't feeling too triggered or tapped into that space. So I feel really, really amazing right now. But when I think back to how I was feeling yesterday, I'm going to do that. And so, wow, lots of leaves falling and letting go. Nature really mirroring my inner process. I don't feel a charge anymore around what was showing up for me this past week. Just a lot of anger, which I'd been asking for movement, and movement's beautiful, and anger is beautiful, right? It's depression getting unstuck. It's old limiting beliefs coming up and out, and it's just a reaction to it. And um, as that is shifting for me, I'm able to separate and kind of create some more space between myself and these beliefs, these things that are keeping me stuck, and that's very useful. So if I did still have some, which, yeah, I guess it's not totally zero, but especially being in these woods, my heart space, I just feel glowing. I feel like there's just these rainbows and light beings everywhere. There's something magical happening here today in these woods. Every time I come here, I get some pretty phenomenal pictures. Um, of different energies and just beautiful nature. So we're going to just go in and get this back down to zero. And just for any of you that are still having limiting beliefs and feeling stuck, and we're going to go in and say, even though I still have this remaining limiting belief, I accept who I am and how I feel. Even though I have these remaining limiting beliefs, I accept who I am and how I feel. Even though I have these remaining limiting beliefs, I accept who I am and how I feel. Remaining limiting beliefs. Remaining limiting beliefs. I choose now to let go of these remaining limiting beliefs. It's okay to release these remaining limiting beliefs. I let go of anything that is keeping me stuck and blocked. Remaining limiting beliefs. Remaining limiting beliefs. Remaining limiting beliefs. Remaining limiting beliefs. Old stuck patterns that are still here. I release anything that no longer serves me. I allow it to leave and go off to the light. I realize these limiting beliefs are just energy. I allow this energy to flow through me rather than having it get stuck in my body. I feel the limiting beliefs dissolving. I open my heart and I accept what is. I am perfect just as I am. So what's interesting is that perfection came up. So that can be another aspect. That can be a deeper layer that I'm feeling amazing now. But what I could do is I could go in and I could really play with that. And I could tap about, even though I feel I have to be perfect, I accept who I am and how I feel as I'm tapping. That would be my setup phrase. And I would say that 3 times. And then, as you're probably all getting by now, you go through the different points and you just say something that reminds your body as you're tapping the different meridians what it is you want to release. And I've had people that we talk about law of attraction that have asked me, well, why would I be saying something that I don't want? Isn't that just hammering that back into my body? But what we need to do, we're so programmed to run from all these things. We need to acknowledge it and we need to go in and we need to let our body know what it is we want to release. And then absolutely you can tap in the things that you do want, but it is important to approach it from a space of what it is you want to shift. I took an amazing hypnosis class in graduate school. I don't know if I've shared this story years ago, and they kept talking about you need to know where you want to go and what you want, and people kept saying, well, I want to be not depressed, and they said, that doesn't work. That's like saying, where do you want to go on a trip? And you say, well, not Oakland. Well, great. So we know where you don't want to go, but there's millions of places you could go. So it's about really getting specific and getting clear on what you do want. And also with the EFT about noticing and acknowledging and owning what it is that's showing up that you don't want, releasing it, and then you can get clear on where you want to go. So I hope that this was helpful. I'm feeling amazing. It's so lovely to be here in these woods, and love and blessings to everybody. Thank you so much.